coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready up! Go!
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man is Waddle, complete.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Raiders at 7-5 now in the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
6 yards.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here's Pickett.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere.
And he's in. Touchdown, the Raiders.
Ashton Jeanty, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Broncos nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Until about the 23. You look at this Raiders defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom charts.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, that led to a really nice game.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This quick pass complete to Sutton. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
To throw is Nix. He's got room to roam. And all the way down to the 5. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Jacobs. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Back to throw, Pickett. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. They'll get this out to Genty.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Pickett back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A short throw to Ingram. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Nix to the air.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's Nix.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll go again with Genty.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Pickett.
And that will be incomplete. So after 3. Drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs. Finally, we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll go play action with Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To throw, here's Nix.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. The 20. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Jacobs will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete.
The first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. Carlson able to put this one through.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now it's Nix.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And the Broncos first down.
What you got?
Nix looking to throw again.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Off the play fake, Nix. Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this hit past the 40.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Looking to throw. Nix. And down he goes. Brought down the Raider sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Second down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Operating from the gun. Nix.
To swing that out wide to Jacobs.
It'll go as a gain of 4.
And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 9. Now Pickett. Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Catch made right side by Wilson.
And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And it is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
A good pickup there, 22.
That's another Raiders 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Genty.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Go.
Once again, it's Genty.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Here's 3rd and 10. Off play action, Pickett. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw, Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that is incomplete. The pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down, Denver.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Courtland Sutton from 13 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Broncos 34. Raiders 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, go!
Here's Pickett.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Going right back to Wilson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pickett. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jakobi Meyers with an amazing diving catch. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Raiders will.
Pickett will try to throw for this.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Raiders 18.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll go play action with Nix. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Slot man moves right.
Nix to the air.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown!
A great play there. Taking it in.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
41. Raiders 18. Will Lutz to kick off for the
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately,
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A run straight ahead with Jeanty.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Ashton Jeanty
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
The Raiders will line up for
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
19 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
Raider first down.
Here we go, Shaq.
First and 10
Pickett.
at the 11-yard line.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Here now, 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now Pickett.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good. So that will get them back within 1 score.
Broncos 41, Raiders 33.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line to take it down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down, Harvey.
And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the